series to lose. Their series to do whatever they please with.
It very much feels
sure
like
that they do want to win this.
Follows those rules as well, Johnny, with how they've been on off season.
Yeah, you know, there's a couple of teams who are looking pretty threatening. You know, Space Station and G2 most recently have been more than a threat to NRG, just beating them. So NRG have got to prove that they can step it up as we get into the first RLCS X regional for NA. We've already seen a few other teams do that. You know, they've shown that their grid results are not to be 100% you know, a clear transition into RLCS X.
Certainly not. Game number one already underway. Squishy was the biggest transfer move we had during the entirety of the offseason. He's going to watch as his two teammates almost able to put something together. Jacob shuts them down. Squishy with the shot. And there is his regional debut goal.
And that is huge because in their most recent tournament, the grid just this week, it was Squishy who didn't have a great performance. So an early goal for him, that's going to settle the nerves. I mean, even a guy who's a former world champion with so much experience under his belt, he's going to be pretty nervous coming onto a huge team like this with all the pressure of expectation on his shoulders. And an early goal is exactly what the NRG fans wanted to see.
It's only 2PC, though, at a very solid off-season of their own. How about to deal, though, with the lack of Lion Blaze now on their team? One of the best 1v1 players in the world chose to go elsewhere. Very interesting to see what they can do without him, as there's going to be another NRG opportunity. Justin trying to rotate back. Wonders ball a little bit higher up, gives NRG plenty of time to just recover. And now Jacob flopping around a little bit. This might be another goal for him. NRG, they haven't really had to fight to keep the ball on the other side of the field. It's just sort of happening for them.
Yeah, it's looking already like this should be a 3-0 because anything less is just not acceptable to NRG. They're out to prove to everybody that they're still the top team in North America, that they're still the top team against competition like 72PC. 72PC, I think, will be pretty happy with the game, even though it does nothing for them in this format. It's still a loss on their record. They'll just be going into this series and seeing what they can get out of it, you know, experience-wise. Speaking of the opportunities, look at that from Jacob. A couple of good saves. Garrett and Squishy keep the NRG net clean for now, but that was extremely close.
Yeah, Jacob had a great shot, and the next one followed it. Just needed a little bit of height, and you get the feeling that it had to be 1-1 if he did hit it cleanly. As Justin.
Wow.
I mean, that's confidence. Every single day. Plays in front of his own net. Now to the other side of the field. Good save from Tyler. That was a little bit of a scare for NRG. Have got away with it. Will 72PC get another opportunity? Or was that as good as it was going to get? Midfield pass. Garrett G already up to meet it. A little bit too early. Jacob with the pop-up. Squishy will see it go under him. The shot wasn't quite on target, but Garrett G just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Wonder's dodge timed out, so he wasn't able to get the power on that would have been necessary to score it. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from NRG overall. They've actually had a few scares and a few goal line saves to keep them ahead by this one goal. But like I said before, the fact that Squishy's performing well, that's really all you need to see. There's really been no doubt about Garrett's performances recently. That was a phenomenal touch by Garrett. Now here goes Squishy with a double. He's off the post with it, so close. Like I said already, Squishy looks to be on form today. And when you've got Garrett in his recent form that he's displayed, and Justin, who's the best player in North America on his day, I really have no doubts that they're going to get the job done here.
Off the backboard. Two players up, neither of them quicker than Garrett. Here's the follow from Justin, and there wasn't enough accuracy on it. Now looking for the transition. Wonder dives on past. Here's Squishy already up. Flip reset, not quite. It's still to Garrett, though. NRG just trying to string together a few passes. Haven't quite got it yet. Here's another breakaway. There's been a few of these for 72PC, but not one of them has worked out so far.
Yeah, good demo by Justin as he arrived back in defense. Couldn't do anything productive on the ball, so he makes sure to take out the one player who was waiting in the middle, Jacob, forever trying to be a nuisance to his opponents, hiding in awkward places so that he can get those cheeky angles on target. Got to be careful, though. NRG don't want to be too aggressive with their third man because 72PC, you know, in the past and now, look to be a counter-attacking team. Now, can Garrett get up for this one? He'll back out of it. Justin calls him off. A double touch from Justin. Great call from him. NRG up by 2.
Well, for Justin, these are the typical goals that you tend to see from him. One touch, two touch, bang. Nice and easy in. It was very well contested. I do get the feeling here that 72PC have seen their best opportunities been and gone. That earlier shot from Garrett really caused chaos, but on the other hand, you did mention that they've had a few counter-attacking opportunities, and it's just been the first touch of Wonder when he has had it come over to him that have let them down. They really should have at least had one more good opportunity on net.
Yeah, they're going to need to take the chances that they get in this series. NRG gave them a couple of looks at the goal in this game, and still were able to scramble back and make some great saves. So it's really just a matter of, will NRG give them a game? I don't think they will. Garrett gets a goal also. That's one for each player in game one. So far, it's hippity-hoppity. NRG on toppity.
You've been discussing that for so long with me during the ad break. I did not think you were going to bring that back to us.
I don't know what you're talking about, Shogun.
You don't know.
I don't hear that.
Okay, yeah, no, fine. Well, 1 second on the clock. And it is a game up now for NRG. And I'm going to say a sentence that I feel like we should have got very used to last week from Renault Vitality. NRG look great, and we know they can do better.
Yeah, they can. The fact that they gave up a couple of shots that they had to make goal line saves will probably annoy them. They're thinking, yeah, that could have been better. It was 3-0, like it always should be when NRG are playing. But they shouldn't be making these goal line saves. They just want to attack for 5 minutes, maybe score 7, and then they can call it a day.
I feel like there's nothing NRG can do here. They can put in 20, and Johnny's just going to turn around and just go, yeah, we expected this.
Yeah, they got to do better, man.
Yeah, 20, come on, man.
Triple Brazil. Give it to us.
I've only ever seen a double Brazil in my time in commentary. A triple Brazil might be beyond me. Although me and you did actually cast the most goals I ever saw in one game, and that was the first ever time we saw what turned out to be Dignitas forming together when they first came together as Gale Force Esports. And they were playing against a team that had just joined the DreamHack tournament because they thought it would be a bit of fun.
Oh, little did they know.
That was the most harsh matchup I've ever seen put together.
Well, hopefully for 72PC it won't be that harsh, but I'm still saying I want to see triple Brazil with NRG scoring all 24 goals. That anything less is just not satisfactory. Look at the 50-50 from Garrett, though. Oh my goodness. He just won a 50-50 against 2 players at the same time. That's some strength in the challenge.
Well, NRG might not be able to deliver you today the triple Brazil, but 72PC did give you the double commit. Not quite to the same standard. Squishy launches long. He's already seen that Jacob's a little bit out of position. That is great play to transition the ball. And Jacob's first touch isn't great either. Needed Wonder to help him out. Good first touch from Justin. He's got a long way to go. He looks to try and take it the whole way, though. A huge hit. And again, Jacob's touches are, they're terrifying, I suppose, and not for the right team.
Yeah, you don't want to play, a really light touch like that against NRG. They need to just get rid of the danger, give themselves some breathing room here, as this is turning into exactly what we feared for them, where they're just stuck in their half for the entire game. That's what it's been for a minute. Actually, Justin gives them something to work with. Back pass, probably. He yells and calms as he hits the ball towards his own goal. It actually worked out, though. They've not given 72PC a touch on this ball, as it goes all the way back down the field and now up to the other end again. That's a good save by Jacob.
Yeah, 72PC have not had a touch in this game so far. That has not been purely reactionary. They are being swarmed in their own side of the field. This will be the first few. Wonder will take over. Good play past one. He's going to have to try and get a block, which he has done, actually, off the ceiling, though. And the rest of his teammates didn't quite believe they'd be able to take it that far. Very far back on their rotation. And they're going to need to believe it. They're not going to get too many opportunities on net, so the moment they get that sort of play, they're going to have to go all in. There's the demo that they've got for it, and here's Wonder. I don't think he's going to score an easier goal against NRG in his entire career.
This is actually something that Squishy's been getting in trouble with quite often recently. He'll try to make an outplay in the corner, and that's really the kind of player Squishy is. He doesn't want a 50-50, he wants an outplay, but it ends up, going past one player and straight into the second one. Maybe he needs to play a bit safer in the corner so he doesn't give away the ball at a snail pace. That's maybe my one criticism of NRG so far.
I think you've also got to argue about what there really is to gain as well, because if you are trying to outplay over in the corner, it also means that that's exactly where your opponent is landing as well. So the recovery is going to be a little bit quicker than typical outplays that you'd see in the midfield. Right now, 72 PC, back in it, 1-1, half the game left to play. Tyler takes his time, he's over the top of Garrett. Wants to keep this going, he's now over Justin. Here's going to be Jacob turning up a little bit late. And Justin will see the ball away. 72 PC starting to see more of the field though. Starting to understand that there is a second half to it. Might have the infield option. No, Tyler just wants to get a ball past Garrett. He's going to need the follow, but Garrett G quicker on the recovery. 72 PC trying to hold this midfield all they can, but there's the mistouch. There's a whiff after it. 100 boost stolen from Tyler. He's going to have to try and do a little bit more with this one. That ended up being quite crucial.
Yeah, Ty's playing very well right now, and lots of outplays. He's getting some clean wins on races to the ball. That's wide open for Justin. Or is it? Wonder with a heroic save. And still 72 PC in this. And this has been a real turnaround. It was, looking completely in NRG's favor mechanically, but now they're starting to look a bit sluggish at times. Tyler especially having success in the midfield.
Well, the last minute or so has definitely been all 72 PC. Another huge demo. NRG going and hunting for them. Squishy's got time. Decides to take the ball up. Here's the outplays. Wants to take it the whole way. Huge demo! And you've said that Tyler is playing well. Can't play well when you've been removed from the field.
Yeah, this did look like he had Squishy's number. He was lining up for a 50-50 on the goal line, but suddenly Justin takes him out of the equation. 2-1 with... a really nice team play there from NRG. And, I do say team play intentionally, although one player's touched the ball and the other is completely driven past it. It's great communication. Justin timing that demo to perfection.
I think Tyler is very upset right now. He just went launching for a demo of his own. Maybe if he can find one, it can open up the rest of this rotation, because they've got to try and break NRG down yet again. Right now, NRG, the quicker of the two. They've reestablished their rotation. My goodness, Justin, that is as clean as you could possibly want to pass.
Great read by Justin. He doesn't even need the back wall for that. Just sends it straight sideways. Who else infield passes on a rebound in the corner? Now, I'll tell you, nobody. Justin really in a league of his own here. 3-1. NRG had a brief, lapse of concentration, perhaps, in the middle of this game. But they are right back into this one. Garrett G with the accidental double. And he makes it a 3-goal lead.
All over him. And just as 72 PC thought they had a hope of trying to get this game, it's been removed. Garrett G takes another goal for himself.
Only the initial hit was the accident there. He didn't mean to hit the bar, but you can see that he was definitely angling his car upwards so that he could catch that after he saw that it was going to bounce off the crossbar. So after, making the slight misplay with accuracy, he did correct it very fast. Look at that from Garrett as well. Such an early read on the ceiling bounce. Now, Justin's missed this. Squishy has to come off the goal line. He made himself big enough, though, so there was no angle for Ty to shoot the ball past him. And that should be the end of this game now. NRG get the ball back into the orange half. Justin puts it into the orange goal one more time. And it's just another comfortable game at the end of the day, although they did concede that one goal. I'm sure they're going to be pretty upset about that.
And, of course, it had to be some sort of freestyle musty to do it, Justin. Why not at this point? 3 goals up. The lapse of concentration ends up not coming back to bite them. They're going to take this one pretty comfortably in the end, despite being forced to fight for it. 72 PC, though, will be seeing this performance from Tyler and are hoping that this is something that becomes a trait for the rest of their day, because if you can stay like this, that will certainly be a good ace in the hole for them to have. Here, though, in game number 2, they're going to require a reverse sweep to take down NRG and to give Jacob his revenge, and definitely does not look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, it should be 3-0. It's as simple as that. We could already tell, I think 1 minute in, when Squishy scores a goal in game 1, you just know, if you've watched the off-season and if you've watched the grid runs that NRG have had so far, if Squishy's playing well, if he's a part of this team, then they're not going to struggle to 3-0 a team like 72 PC, regardless of what kind of Jacob, what kind of Wonder, what kind of Tyler show up today. And yeah, that does seem to hold true so far. This was a closer game for the majority of it, but NRG's class really shone through in the end. They were just putting in goal after goal, and there was really nothing 72 PC could do to keep up with it all.
So 72PC, with the way they've been playing at the moment, is there anything we sort of look at when they are playing against a team like NRG to sort of say, okay, this is what we can expect from them later in the tournament? Or is NRG just in that much of a league of their own where we can look at a lot of this and say, okay, we're not judging too much of them at all?
Well, it's just one of those series for 72PC. They've already had a good start to their day, beating Pittsburgh Knights. I think that's a great result for them, and it sets them up brilliantly for the rest of the day. They just have to remember that they've already beaten PK when they get into their third series of the day. Try not to worry too much about the fact that they've ran into NRG on the way to their hopeful Stage 2 run in the very first NA RLCS Season X regional. Well, that's interesting. Wonder actually flew back down onto a dunk after getting knocked into the air here. But, you know, outside of crazy things like that happening, I just don't see 72PC surprising NRG, who are just too fast, and they're too good as a team already. They're just very organized, incredibly efficient with their movement.
And they're a team that if they do grab hold of the 2 middle boosts, heck, not even that, if they grab hold of your back boosts, as they are often to try and really stretch for. Here's Justin, tries to go underneath Ty, not Tyler, who does get another save, so he still maintains his form. I think one big thing I want to see here is them trying to get Ty at least a goal from this game, not let that one start to become a little bit of a cold streak. Here is Wonder, couldn't quite turn the ball in. That is a phenomenal save, especially with your back turn to the shot.
Yeah, great stuff from Garrett G. All alone in defense, but we've all seen plenty examples in the past of Garrett playing excellently in 1v2, 1v3 situations. There's just another one to add to the never-ending list. It's so important that 72PC keep this close. They don't want to take any risks at all. Because as soon as they do, they're going to get outplayed and they're going to concede. They have to just play within their own constraints, within what they're capable of, stick to their game, and hope that NRG make a mistake.
Oh, Jacob just throws away his opponent. Couldn't quite get a follow-up from a teammate, but 72PC seeing a lot of the blue side of the field so far. Still 0-0. Squishy delayed that flick for a very long time, gave Wonder a chance to move in. Justin wins the challenge, wins a second one, and he wanted his teammate to come in instead. Actually, he takes it by himself. He's over the top of another. He's taken 3 players by himself. Can he go the whole way? Ty will keep it out, and Garrett shot. It's good enough, and Justin, bump, shot, goal.
Oh, Justin. He's done it again. It was against Ty, not Tyler in the last game. Now it's against Jacob.
Wow.
Not only does he bump him out the net, but he steals it with a follow-through of the flip. That's unbelievable. Justin's aggression on the goal line is continuing to cause 72PC problems.
How do you deal with it? It's got to be so frustrating knowing that that is on the opposing side of the field, and he brings those no matter what the stage is. We've seen so many players that are capable of doing those sort of plays at, you know, the online level, at a weekly level. But he also brings them to the World Championships. He is also the most clutch Game 7 player we have ever had. There's a shot right down the middle. That is a poor ball right over to Wonder.
That's a great read, though. Wonder was completely alone here, but he read the pass from Squishy completely. He was already turning to intercept that ball before the pass started coming towards him. So he just read Squishy's mind on that, and the counterattack turned into an equalizer.
Right then, 72PC can now put that Justin shot out of their minds and still maintain where they were. It's got to be said that despite that one outplay, 72PC have looked competitive here in game number 3. Jacob's going to take his time, maybe a little bit too much. He wasn't settling for him in a way that made an easy way to play the ball. Takes out Garrett, his old teammate. Squishy launches, is only over to Wonder. Might have an option to his left-hand side. Wanted to find if there was one. And he'll be a little bit disappointed to see that nobody was around to support. Instead, Ty wants a block. Justin plays it away. He's also managed to find the pass. Squishy for the net off the crossbar. And that is how quickly they can try and find each other. 72PC forced to scramble here. Here's Squishy one more time. It's another demo. Justin causing chaos every time he finds a player.
This is crazy. This is actually a new look to NRG that I've not really seen before. You know, having this much aggression from Justin, it looks like it's inspired. And I don't know who's inspired it. I wouldn't be surprised if it's G2 and SSG, the other 2 top teams in the region, because they really do focus on those goal line demos a lot more than NRG have historically. Is that all about to change? I love it, honestly. I'd love to see more of Justin in that enforcer role, just bumping and demoing his way to victory.
They're so good at putting teams on their back foot, but it was an issue that they found when they took on Team Envy in the Brawl 10K, is that, you know, teams that have been sat back have caused them issues in the past. So maybe just releasing Justin to go headhunting if he gets the opportunity might be the response to teams like that one. 72PC have definitely been the unfortunate experiment project for that play style. Here comes Tyler. Good pop. It's over the top of Squishy. Will they get the follow shot? No, it was left. Gonna need that last little bit of venom in their passing plays if they want to try and grab this game. Still with 20 seconds on the clock. 72PC very much within a shout of this. Back to midfield. Wonder takes it down. He wants to be squishing the challenge from the side angle, though. Always going to be more easy said than done.
Good game so far for 72PC. This will give them confidence. But can they make it into overtime? Squishy's got Justin to aim at on the back wall. There he is. He went for the pass back. That's crazy. Looked pretty good to me as well before the interception. But still, a chance for NRG. Shut down by Wonder.
I can't believe he went. They're playing fantasy Rocket League at times. Something that you would expect to be able to do if you've got the game on slow-mo and maybe had 10 chances to try and put the plays together. Right now, 72PC don't care how the ball goes in. It could be as ugly as possible. They just want to get this goal to take us to game number 4. Jacob already up. He will be outpaced by Justin. It's a free ball. It's a poor touch from Wonder. And he makes a much more fierce one onto Garrett. More than makes up for it, I guess. Jacob wants to take the ball down. He's got 2 players here and wants a mistouch from Garrett G. He's not going to quite get it. He plays into the corner. Instead, 72PC all the way back to the inside of the field. Got to start again.
NRG are going to try and keep up the pace here. They don't want to let off at all, even if it does result in them losing a game. I think they'd rather play at that pace that they know they're going to have to play at when they face the top teams in the region. So they're not going to stop, even though they could probably play this one out safely. The more defensive approach against 72. 1 minute into OT, 72PC are going completely even with them. By far the best game from them so far.
I think Wonder had the moment there where he realized, hey, I've given Justin a lot of space here. Probably should try and shut that one down nice and quick. Definitely not the wrong decision. And Squishy was also trying to find a couple of demos. Tyler's actually moved out of position.
Oh, wow.
Off a bump. Here's Garrett to finish it. And he will do so. NRG have taken down 72PC in a 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, Justin didn't get the height on that air dribble that he was looking for, but it was still enough. When Justin's coming at you at that speed, you never really know what to expect, and the defender couldn't figure it out fast enough. Ended up playing it straight to Garrett off the near post, and Garrett scores when he wants. 2-1 NRG, get the sweep. And today, it should have been exactly what it ends up being, 3-0.
So, NRG looking good and showing us new ideas of what they are, Johnny. You said that we haven't seen them really go for the bumping plays before. What sort of dynamic does they give them when they get a chance to show that off against these top teams?
It's just yet another threat to a team who are already one of the best offensive teams in the world. I just can't wait to see it. You know, bring on the next round. Let's see what NRG can do. Can they finish off the sweep on the day? That's them up to 2-0.
Certainly will be. They're up to 2-0. Team Envy up to 2-0. And when we come back after the break, we are going to get ourselves into round number 3. Don't go anywhere.